Good evening, Tiffin, and welcome to another broadcast of WHEI News Center 10, live at 5.
Tonight's program is brought to you by the Department of Communication and Media from inside the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
News Center 10, live at 5, is your #1 campus source for bringing you the latest news around Tiffin and around the Burg.
Be sure to stay tuned in as well tonight for our social spotlight as we check on the hottest topics in the world of social media.
Coming up, who will be the starting QB for OSU?
And also, we'll see what some Burg students are doing this summer.
And social, we'll check out today's top trends.
And we'll have the latest Burg sports updates.
Don't touch that remote.
WHEI News Center 10, live at 5, starts now.
Good evening, Tiffin, and welcome to WHEI News Center 10, live at 5, for Wednesday, April 29th, 2015. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Elizabeth. Let's get to our first story of the night.
20 years ago, when Meg Ryan movies and AOL Messenger were taking the developed world by storm, Karen and Michael Leapart were becoming users in the online dating movement. Cleveland KYC reported the two met as college in an AOL trivia chat room in 1995. Karen and Michael decided to meet for the first time in Cleveland, and the rest became history. The Leaparts have been together ever since, where they live with their and their dog.
Congratulations are in order for Bethel Township man and his dog as they have been reunited after a tale of almost homeward bound proportions. According to WHIO, away from his owner, Larry Mason, was caught and held by the Miami County Animal Shelter for 3 days and then was adopted the day after that. By the time Mr. Mason made it to the animal shelter to inquire about Romeo, he had already been adopted, and shelter staff were not allowed to tell Larry who his pal of 11 years had been adopted by. Luckily, Larry reached out to the county commissioner and was able to get Romeo back. Authorities in Mount Vernon, Ohio are investigating the case of an arrest that ended up in a death 2 days later. According to Columbus's TV10, 33-year-old David Demon near an elementary school for drunk and disorderly conduct. Local police claim that Demon became majorly aggressive when he was being received into the county jail, so much so that an officer had to use a special hold that took him down. 2 days later, however, David Demon was by hospital where he succumbed to head injuries and passed away. He is survived by his 5-year-old daughter.
If you're a fan of college football, you definitely know the Ohio State Buckeyes. And if you're a fan of the Ohio State Buckeyes, you know about the three-way quarterback battle between Braxton Miller, J.T. Barrett, and rocket-armed freshman Cardale Jones. Buckeyes coach Urban Meyer now has to make a decision regarding which player will get the first-string position. Although a final decision has not been made, Meyer offered that super senior Braxton Miller will be staying on the team. That wraps up our local news segment for the day.
But don't go anywhere because we'll have your biggest campus stories on the other side of these short messages.
I'm Coach Hartzell. You're watching WHTV 10.
Student programming from the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
RC has served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, these veterans faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they both reached out when they needed it most. A simple them in touch with a trained professional from the VA. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
Hi, I'm Lourdes Stephan, host of Univision's Sal y Pimienta. Cancer doesn't just change the way you look. From losing your hair, even your eyebrows, to changes in your skin and nails, cancer treatment can rob you of your confidence and self-esteem. more than 800,000 women have learned how to address the appearing side effects of cancer treatment through our workshops. Visit lookgoodfeelbetter.org to find a free workshop near you. Let Look Good Feel Better help you feel like you again.
What's this? Little pizza. Where can I get one?
Pizza, of course. With our friendly and helpful staff, getting pizza's a breeze. No need to worry about dinner. Come on in to Tiffin Heavenly Pizza. You can call to order for pickup or delivery. From our jumbo-sized pizza to our famous pizza rolls, everything's delicious. Need a pizza for one? Or do you need a pizza for four? Tiffin Heavenly Pizza has pizza sizes for everyone to enjoy. So call now. Your pizza.
Welcome back to News Center 10, live at 5.
On our Heidelberg campus news segment. An accident took place at the Herneman Refectory, causing the fire alarms to go off. We asked Aramark employee Brenda about what happened when she was working and about Miller and Willard Halls being evacuated.
Okay, yesterday we had the fire alarm go off. The reason for it was they were cutting cement in behind and the dust was coming into the vents, setting off the smoke detectors. And Herneman got a little hazy, and there were a few people in here when the alarm went off, and I just cleared everyone out front and waited. Firemen came, they came in and checked doors. They set a fan and to help clear the dining hall out. We were out there probably a half hour or so. Then they gave it and came back to work.
Smokeout was handled with no injuries, and students and staff were able to return to the buildings.
Heidelberg University is always looking for ways to serve the community. One program called Berg Learning to Serve helps to involve students in the outreach. The goal of Berg Learning to Serve is to help students work with and learn more about the many community service opportunities in the local Tiffin area.
Healthy Kids Day, so they're going to do some obstacle courses and help with the kids, basically find a healthy lifestyle and help the YMCA out.
The program will continue next school year, serving mainly on weekends as it did this year. Berg Learning to Serve hopes to inspire students to involve their organizations with the many community service opportunities in the Tiffin area. Most students spend a decent amount of time thinking about their summer plans. Heidelberg students are no exception. WHEI reporter People has more. I keep yawning, it's a problem.
Hi, I'm Kristen Keenan. I'm a junior.
Okay, wait a minute.
Hopefully I'll be able to go on like a spa and the island of Zanzibar as well. Really cool. And then after that, I'm flying to Amsterdam and I'm going with my family on a cruise. We're going to like Ireland, Scotland, England.
I know.
Places in Europe for 2 weeks. So no summer.
Super casual.
I know. Because their parents are like, they're like, she's like filthy rich. And I like her, but I'm just like, I want to go to Amsterdam and Ireland on a cruise.
Doing a little backpacking and some fishing.
Hi there, I'm Andrew Dinger. I'm a sophomore. This summer I plan to travel, visit some friends in different states. I possibly am going to Warped Tour this summer and other music festivals. And I'm excited to have a big party on 4th of July for my uncle's birthday.
Well, this summer I am working for the Seneca Industrial and Economic Development Corporation as the Downtown Development Specialist. I'm also partaking in different activities such as the Tiffin Heritage Festival, the Seneca County Young Professionals, and I'm serving as a member of the Board of Directors for the Tiffin Winterfest. I look forward to working within the community that I live in to make it a better place for others to call home.
Privacy is becoming more and more of a concern in today's digital world. WHEI reporter Addie Woost has more concern.
From computers to automobiles, generations are public is struggling with media security and privacy. In recent events, renowned supermarket Target got into some trouble with their new marketing strategy. One of the leading concerns with consumers' privacy today is the intrusiveness of business ads. When searching products, businesses are able to monitor the sites consumers view and cater personalized ads based on the user's search history into the user's internet feed. Target hired expert research statisticians to look into what consumers are viewing on their webpage. The statisticians then compile a score and categorize each consumer. One teen outside of Minneapolis was categorized into the pregnant score. Target then proceeded to send her mail promotions and coupons for baby clothes, cribs, toys, and many other products. While the personalized advertisements seemed harmless, the coupons and other items in the mail outed the teen before she had told her family of the pregnancy.
Our emails and text messages, they're stored on servers, our social media traffic analyzed. Mark Cuban says privacy is dead.
Every time you hit send on your text, you lose ownership of that text.
We as consumers tend to be so encaptured by our daily lives, we don't think of the digital trail we're leaving behind constantly.
I do believe that businesses are intrusive. One time, when I was playing tennis for Heidelberg, I was looking for new tennis rackets, and then all of a sudden, for like 2 or 3 weeks, there was ads on my my Facebook profile, and all of the ads had to relate to tennis shoes, tennis rackets, all this other type of tennis products.
The only way for consumers to protect themselves is to be aware of these changes and be more cautious online. And remember, if it's on the internet, it stays on the internet.
Heidelberg would like to specially recognize Kyle McDonald as March's Senior of the Month. Kyle is a senior music industry major. His advice to younger students is to expand your here at Heidelberg. Producer and coordinator of the MC, Robin White, has been making the videos for Senior of the Month students. With these students, she's realized how intriguing these students are.
Getting to know the seniors of the month, or the students of the month at Heidelberg has been actually pretty intriguing. They're very smart students, are heavily involved on campus, and it's not something that you see often. And just getting to know their personalities, and I can understand why they were voted Seniors of the Month.
That's all we have for Berg's Campus News. We'll get into all the latest news and stories from the social media world next.
News Center 10, live at 5. We'll be right back.
Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
I'm starting to dread the weekends because of my husband's drinking. He doesn't stop drinking until he's out of control and passes out. A counselor told me to try family groups. I didn't think weekend drinking was that serious, but I'm glad I went. Are you troubled by someone's drinking? You might be surprised at what you could learn in an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanonfamilygroups.org.
Some risks are obviously not worth taking.
Watch where you're going!
Some aren't as obvious, but could be just as deadly, like the risk for type 2 diabetes, especially if you're over 45 or overweight. Take the diabetes risk test. It's free and takes less than a minute. Type 2 diabetes is one risk you can't afford to take. So stop diabetes before it stops you.
What's this? A jumbo pizza! Where can I get one?
At AJ's Heavenly Pizza, of course. With our friendly and helpful staff, getting pizza's a breeze. No need to stress or worry about dinner. Come on in to Tiffin Heavenly Pizza. You can call to order for pickup or delivery. From our jumbo-sized pizza to our famous pizza rolls, everything's delicious. Need a pizza for one? Or do you need a pizza for four? Tiffin Heavenly Pizza has pizza sizes for everyone to enjoy. So call now. Your pizza awaits.
I feel like it's all on my shoulders. How am I going to take care of my parents if they develop an eye disease like glaucoma? Glaucoma is the leading cause of blindness in African Americans and Hispanics in the United States. And what about my kids? Will they inherit it? Not to mention my risk factor. I'm really concerned and I need some answers.
Call 1-800-437-23 or go to ahaf.org for answers, including a free brochure on glaucoma.
The world of social. It's been a long 9 months for the Duchess of Cambridge, but as Kate Middleton and husband Prince William look forward, Middleton may also be excited to deliver the next heir to the throne. The couple are believed to be spending their anniversary at home in London's Kensington Palace, and there is no indication that Kate is anywhere near transferring to St. Mary's Hospital, where she's scheduled to have the new baby. While the baby's due date has not been officially disclosed, the Duchess did tell a volunteer last month that the baby was expected in mid to late April. Dozens of media outlets from all continents are staking their claims to places outside of the Lindo wing as to get the first glimpse of the new royal, but all have to keep on waiting. That's all we have for our social. Back over to desk.
Thanks, Stacy.
I don't know about you, but I'm kind of excited for a new royal baby. I just like babies in general.
Okay.
When other people have babies, not myself yet.
All right. I'm
And
not much of a baby person.
I just want to know, is she going to have a girl or a boy? One boy. I think a girl would be nice, but
I didn't even know they had a boy, if we're being honest. I don't really follow the royal family that much. But to be fair, like, I understand the hype. When I lived in Spain, I was very interested in the Spanish royal family. So, like, I understand that. It's a cultural thing, I think.
I think it's kind of odd how obsessed America is when it's not even
it's
our
not
own
It's not. They're
royalty.
not our royals, you know.
Yeah.
We should leave them to their own people, or give them their privacy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's time to throw it over to Jeff to take a look at today's top sports stories. Thanks, Jeff. So it sounds like we've got a busy couple of days for Berg Sports. And the softball team has been doing extremely, extremely well. And we were both at the softball field dedication this past weekend. So it was really cool to see that get kind of put into place, and everybody was there to celebrate it. And I think it was a good time.
I think it's really great that they're having such a great season on this new field that they get to open this new field with so many wins. And
And it's a special year for them, I think, in general, because of all that. So best of luck at the OAC tournament to the team and to all the rest of the Berg teams, too.
Finish out on a strong note, finish out the year.
Return the thrill of the chase.
You're watching WAGI TV 10.
Programming from the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
I'm just lying here, don't you see me? Pick me up, pick me up. If I'm lying here, can't you see me? Pick me up, pick me up.
This is the ocean,
And this is Kipper. Kipper doesn't live in the ocean, but if she did, this is likely what would happen. This is Sparky. And this is habitat destruction. Boozer doesn't like it, neither does Fluffy. We wouldn't let this happen to Kipper, Sparky, Boozer, or Fluffy. In the oceans, it's worse. Lacking opposable thumbs, Kipper can't take action, but you can. Bering Sea.
Thank you.
Thank you for serving.
Thank you.
We thank the troops for all the support they've given us. But how do we support them?
Thank you for your service.
Thanks USA scholarships to the spouses and children of our troops and helps give a future to the people who support the troops the most.
Thanks for supporting them.
Thank you for your dedication.
Go to ThanksUSA.org to see how you can express your appreciation for what they do for our heroes.
Thank you.
Go to ThanksUSA.org now.
Thank you.
Welcome back to News Center 10, live at 5. Now it's time to get to our final story of the evening. 84-year-old Forrest Fenn of Santa Fe, New Mexico, will only be an eccentric millionaire, a best-selling author, a crotchety old man, and the lunatic who just might make you rich.
Back in 2010, he buried a treasure chest with $2 million worth of gold coins and gemstones somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. He wrote his memoir, The Thrill of the Chase, which gives clues to finding the treasure.
Clearly, that marketing strategy worked because it became a bestseller. Fenn has also dropped other clues, like saying the treasure is 5,000 feet above sea level and, quote, the treasure chest is wet.
But in spite of all that, no one has found the treasure in the 5 years. Around 30,000 people have searched, and Fenn has offered that some of them have gotten within 200 feet, but it's still out there.
200 feet is very close.
How frustrating would that be to know you were within 200 feet and you missed it?
I have to wonder if some of them don't know. Like,
has he told them?
Right.
Or
because if you didn't know and you thought you were way off base, maybe now you're 1,000 feet away and you've just gotten further. We need like those hot and cold, you know?
Yeah.
Getting hotter, getting colder.
I kind of want to go to the Rocky Mountains now.
Yeah, I mean that's but at the same time, it's like apparently pretty well hidden. So, thank you for watching WHEI News Center 10 live at 5. Our program tonight was produced and presented by the Department of Communication and Media from inside the Media Communications Center at Heidelberg University.
Thank you for joining us for tonight's program. Tonight is our last broadcast for the school year. Be sure to join us next semester.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Elizabeth.
And for Stacy, all of the WHEI production crew, we'll see you next year.